So when I was streaming yesterday, I kind of lost my mind ranting about time, and it got to the point where I just reinvented it or updated it, and for once I think something that happened on stream was kind of worth editing together into its own kind of simple recap video. So, yeah.
Man, time is so fucking weird. Like, where is the guy who invented time? I'm gonna go give him a little smack, a little I'm gonna that guy is he's getting a bam, smack across the face. What the fuck you doing inventing time? Can you tell I'm not a morning person? But why the fuck would you do that? Because sure, time to an extent is real. As if in, basically, shit happens, and once it's happened, there's not really anything we can do to change that said shit has happened. But think about it. Hours, minutes, seconds, all that shit. Someone was just this is a thing now. And then everyone was like, yes. Why? Why the fuck? Who? Who just decided, yo, what if I just do this 1, 2, 3? Each of these is then going to be called a second. Then 60 of these will be called a minute. Bruh. Why the fuck? Who did that? Who fucking did that? And then they're like, okay, and then whenever I go 1, 2, 3, if there's a certain amount of those, that's how long it takes for the sun. Then we just need to figure out how many is in it. Bro, what? And then how the fuck did they determine how long a second was? And then they go into milliseconds, and then they spend ages figuring out, and it's oh yeah, we're going to add these things called days now. Yeah, sure, the sun goes up and down. I mean, technically it's just the ball planet spinning, but whatever. From our perspective, the sun's just going up and the moon's hello. And that happens. Obviously, that's real. And then some fucker was just I will call this the day. There will be 365 of them each year, except every 4th year, where we add an extra day to February. And then the other fucking cave people are just what the fuck is a February? And they're just it is a month, with less days than all the others. But we give it an extra day every 4 years, because otherwise time literally doesn't add up, and no one has fixed that since. What the fuck? Don't even get me started on, when is it, it's mid-autumn, where it, starts getting darker later in the evening, so they're guess what? We're time traveling, fuckers. And then you just have to change all the clocks to be an hour earlier, or an hour later, depending on when in the year it is. And it's just really? This is a thing, and no one's fixed it. Everyone's just yes, we just live with this. We will just always move the time twice a year, back and forward an hour, and also every 4 years we're just gonna give ourselves an extra day, because why the fuck not? Why's no one bothered to fix this yet? And then also, just even if we want to keep the time system, because yeah, sure, time happens, days happen, right? And seasons happen. What the fuck are months for? Because yeah, a day happens when the Earth does the spin, when it's just so when the Earth does the wait, this is a lollipop. I need something rounder. I need a ball. Where are my balls? I gotta, whatever. Fuck it. Oh my god, wait, I have a Lego Guardian from Minecraft. So this is the Earth, right? The Earth does this. It does the spinning. That's a day when it completes one spin. And then when it does the big spin around the sun, that's a year. Right? These are things that we cannot control. They just happen. Therefore, they can be measured. We can have years and we can have days. And then seasons, depending on where it is in terms of proximity to the sun and whether it's shown its ass or its face, because like obviously Australia has reverse seasons than the rest of the world for some fucking reason, because Australia, man, that, you know what, that is literally just, no hate to Australian people, but they are living in a hell. It's like 90% desert and every animal there can kill you. Who chose to just start building cities there? Why? But like, yeah. So, days can be measured. Years can be measured. Why the fuck do we have weeks and months? Why do we not just count each day in a season, right? Because then we have 4 seasons. So then each season should then get... How many days would it be? 365 divided by 4, I guess. Or like... Because then you have like the official dates for the starting of the season. Because the seasons aren't even aligned with the fucking months. And I'm not even playing the game because I am so passionate about how I hate time. And... So seasons... They don't even align with the months, because it's not like... Because obviously you have the generalization where it's like, yes, winter starts in December, but it's not actually December. It's like a certain date either in November or in December. It's like a specific date, and it's never the start or the end. It's always somewhere in like the middle-ish. So what the fuck are the months for? Why did we make the months? Whose idea was this? Whose fucking idea was this? Who did this? And why? Days, all good. That can exist from my point of view. We can have days, and I guess the time of day, fine. We can keep that. We can keep hours and seconds and minutes. That's whatever. Still, kind of iffy on why we made them, but I guess it's practical if you want to like text your friends and be like, hey, guess what? I'm not going to come hang out with you because I hate leaving my house. So I will not be there at exactly 3 o'clock. I will instead... never show up because I want to hide in my basement and play Minecraft all day. And then I guess people who are who don't have like socializing issues, they can then say like, yes, we shall meet at this location at this exact time. I guess that can be practical. But then months and weeks, what the fuck is that shit? That doesn't happen. Why don't we... And then, okay, so idea. Scrap the weeks. Fuck that. Fuck weeks. Just get rid of that completely. Keep months, but months are now seasons. So seasons are now the months. So instead, we just have... I'm even getting my fucking calculator out now. This is getting real. I am reinventing time. Sit the fuck down, Einstein. Fucking E equals MC square. I'm about to fix the most age-old problem on the fucking planet. That is a calendar. Where's the calculator? Here. So, 365. And then, wait, because we have 366 in leap years. So that means it must be 365.25 days that it takes to order the sun. Because if every 4 years we have to add on an extra day to make up for the lost time, we must have a quarter of a day added on there somewhere. So, we then divide that by the 4 seasons. We get 91.3 something. So I guess every 3 years we still have to have a thing. Or, but then, yeah. Fuck, we can't avoid leap years, man. Doesn't seem... Actually, then again, this is just rant math. I have not put any thought into this. So then, we just have 4 seasons instead of months, right? And then instead of saying, like, oh yeah, it is the 27th of January, for example, you then say, oh, it's the 64th of winter. It's just more compact. It's better. It's superior. We still get all the function. We have time, so we can say, oh yeah, I'll be there at this time. Whatever. And then... That's just it. And fuck the names of the days. Like, what the fuck? Like... Fucking Monday, Tuesday. Like these names derived of like are derived of like Greek and Norse gods. Like that is some serious history. Like, I mean, they make for cool video game themes. Like they do. God of War. I mean, I've only played like the PS4 like modern one, but that is a great game. Never finished it because my PlayStation broke before I could. But I bought it on Steam and I'm going to get round to it one day. But then... Fuck, distraction. Oh my god, let's talk about video games. I'm trying to reinvent time. So... don't worry, Twitch category. I'm indeed playing Minecraft. Yes, right. So let's reinvent time. Let's keep going. But I think I've pretty much got it. We figure out pretty much the exact starts of the seasons, and then instead of saying like, oh yeah, we shall do this on Monday, because obviously that's fucking confusing anyway. You usually end up having to specify the date as well as the day, because if you say like, oh yes, let's meet on Tuesday, and it's like, which fucking Tuesday, you... Like, do you mean next week? Do you mean tomorrow? Because guess what? Tomorrow's Tuesday, and I don't think you meant tomorrow. I think you meant next week or the week after, so just give me a date. Because like, that ends up having to happen to make anything work, usually. So, fuck the weeks, fuck the names of the days, we're just numberizing everything. So it's like... So then you say, like, oh yes, I would like to take holidays from work from the 52nd to the... How many days do you usually get? Usually a couple of weeks. But we're getting rid of weeks, right? Because fuck the weeks. And then, but what about the weekend and the system? And you don't need weeks to have that system. You can literally, because then, there's no more standardized system for like the work week and shit. It can just be, each job can uniquely make up the time where it's just like, yes, I would like to work every second day, or I would like to work for 5 days, then have 2 days off. Pretty much the current standardized system, but you can then keep that and just work it out with, like, say, the amount of hours required. Because we're keeping hours, right? So, if they then just rehash the work system to an amount of hours that you are required to work each season, which a season is now just 90 days, or 91-ish days, that I just sort of, like, eyeballed the math on my phone calculator. But... So now, time is... I don't think any of my stream rants have ever gotten this insane. My hands are off the keyboard and I'm turned away from it. I am not focused on the game whatsoever. Holy shit, I've actually lost it.
Subscribe.